This is FilmWise from Black Belt Dragon. Kingsman: The Secret Service. Now, this movie is directed by Matthew Vaughn, which is the same director of one of my favorite action movies, Kick-Ass, and also happened to have done this movie as well as some others. The main cast of the movie is Colin Firth, Samuel L. Jackson, and Taron Egerton. The story of the film is about a group of spies called the Kingsman, and we find out around the beginning of the movie that one of the spies happened to have failed the mission and gotten killed. One of his friends, known as Harry Hart, tries to recruit his friend's son, Eggsy, to become a Kingsman, and also while he tries to recruit him, a villain known as Richmond Valentine trying to take over the minds of the people of the world. And now it's up to the Kingsman spies to try to stop him. The movie is loosely based upon the comic series The Secret Service, which was written by Mark Millar, and he is the same person who also wrote the Kick-Ass comics and also was part of the writing of the movie series. Anyway, the movie is a fantastic spy film. I mean, I enjoyed every single moment in this movie. It's just freaking great. I mean, the fighting choreography in the movie is amazing. Just amazing. I mean, I was blown away more than I was Kick-Ass. It was incredible. I mean, the fighting in the movie at some points gets a little too fast, but sometimes has some slow-mo. Yeah, they made slow-mo cool again. That's a success. And another thing that's so unique about the film is that it is very self-aware, that it tries not to be like other spy movies, and that's what I find so great about it, that I've seen a bunch of spy movies. I've seen the 007 films, I've seen other spy films, probably like Spy Kids. I don't know if that counts, but I can tell you right now that it's just amazing that it tries not to be like other spy films. It's very self-aware, and it tries to bring some jokes into it. And the jokes in the movie has some great humor. And since this movie is the humor in the movie is kind of British humor. British humor, I can see in some films, happens really fast. There are some points in the movie where there's a little bit of a joke happening in the film. You just have to look at the background. Like, there's a scene in the movie where you enter Harry Hart's room, and when you look around his room, there's a little bit of a hidden humor around it, and it's hilarious. Just make sure while you're watching this movie, you look around very carefully and you'll get some of the jokes as well. This movie is so great that I actually find it better than Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2. Yeah, it's that awesome. Okay, now let me talk about the bad aspects of the movie. Now, the bad aspects of the movie is kind of, the flaws in the film. Every film has a flaw. The flaws that I found in this film is that I didn't like Samuel L. Jackson's performance. His performance is, decent at best, because what I had issue with was his lisp. In the movie, he kind of does this little lisp that kind of sounds like Daffy Duck. Over there, stop the spy! Despicable! You will never win. I'm sorry, Samuel L. Jackson. I know you're a good actor, but I'm afraid your performance in this film was not that great. I also found this film to be a little bit of a bittersweet ending. I wasn't too satisfied with the ending because it kind of had some kind of joke into it, but I didn't really, laugh at that joke. It was kind of funny, but then, it's very lacking. But of course, I do have to recommend, stay after the credits. Stay around a few minutes after the credits, and I feel that it kind of fixes that joke and does a great job at being being awesome and fun. Kingsman Secret Service is a great successor to Matthew Vaughn's last film, Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2. It's definitely better than those two films, but I still recommend Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2 because they're awesome as well. But I do recommend this film. I definitely say that it's worth checking out. And I give this film a rating of an A. Now, of course, before I go, I want to tell you the next film that I'm going to be reviewing. Now, of course, I need to search for that film. I do wonder what film is going to be coming this year. Now, I can tell you right now that probably the film is going to be amazing. Oh, no. I think we ran out of time here, folks. Now, you excuse me. I'm going to sit down on some train tracks. And I wouldn't be surprised if a cat and mouse were sitting there too. Black Belt Dragon signing out, and I'll see you on my next FilmWise.
Mess around. They're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody doing the mess around.